Well, all eyes are going to be on the big game tonight. Brands are going to be airing some of their best commercials. But what actually makes a good Super Bowl ad? Well, joining us from DU's College of Communication this morning is Jeff Gillette. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
So we have seen so many commercials over the years. What makes them work and what makes them not work?
So the ones that work, at least on the Super Bowl, are the ones that are most memorable. You gotta take a big risk. You gotta react to people emotionally. And what you don't do is focus on features, product features. Those spots don't do well.
Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of things that people do to try to be creative. Now, what are some of the pros and cons to that? Because it could really go well or it could flop.
It can. Taking a risk is what this game is all about. So, you know, I've seen spots that do really well, and I've seen spots that are kind of weird and weird for weird's sake, and that doesn't tend to go so well.
Yeah. Are there any good ones that you can think of the last couple of years that really stand out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I like the It's a Tide ad. That's one of my favorites because back in the day, it wasn't just a single spot. It was a spot that kind of showed up throughout the entire game, and it made a really impactful message because of that.
Yeah, definitely. So we talk about AI everywhere and everything. It is 2026. AI is here, right? How do you think AI is going to have a role in commercials maybe this year or even the years to come?
Well, I've talked to some of my students who are out there making Super Bowl spots themselves, and the process they described is very similar to the process I had when I was doing Super Bowl spots myself, like 15 years ago. It's still two people coming up with an idea, pitching it to clients, but what they're able to do now with AI is speed up that process. They have AI tools that can do storyboarding, they can create animations to really sell things through and cover more ground. But at the end of the day, when they go and they produce these things, they still get directors, they still go out and shoot and edit, and what we see at the end of the day is humans wanting to connect emotionally to other humans.
Sure, yeah, at the end of the day, that's all we want, right?
Exactly.
Do you have any insight on what we might see this year? Anything that you're looking forward to?
Yes, actually, there's two spots that I really like. I like the Squarespace spot, and I like the Manscaped spot. I love weird. This is what I tell my students all the time, my graduate students, my undergraduate students. Go weird, because people need to see something surprising. They want to see something fun, and I think both of those spots do a really nice job of that.
Are there any themes that you think that we're going to see this year?
Yeah, I think most brands are going lighthearted. You know, it's a pretty heavy time, and I think they want to just kind of have this escapist entertainment moment. So again, both those spots, especially Squarespace, I think it's cinematic, it's fun, it's not heavy at all, and I think we're seeing a lot of that in the spots.
And my last question for you, is there anything else that people should be just looking out for, being aware of, or just anything that a beginner should know as we're watching these? Because I feel like it's kind of four tiers for the Super Bowl, right? You obviously have the game, you've got the snacks, you've got the food, and the commercials.
Yeah, well, I think for me, it's human connection, right? The snacks, the family, the friends, I think that's what it's all about. And for brands, if they stay that high level, they stay talking about emotions to real people, I think they're going to do well.
All right, good deal. Thank you so much, Jeff. We really appreciate you being here.
Thank you.